Hello, everybody. This is Kazuiso. This is going to be a unique video because I'll be talking about a big shift today, a big change that is coming to the entire world in the next 3 years. And here is how it happened. So I've been a spiritual guide for the last 20 years, mostly active in Japan. And then this year, I received a message from God. Yeah, I know, sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what happened. I have been always intuitive and sometimes I channeled, but this time it was like a very crystal clear message to me. And God said to me that there's going to be a big change coming up in the next 3 years. And are you going to be sharing my message to the world? So it's been a long communication, but to make it short, that's how it happened. And I say yes. And then I started asking a lot of questions and hearing a lot of amazing truths that are going to happen in the world. And I like to share some of that with you today. So there's no scenario, but I'm simply going to share with you what I have heard so far. So according to God and according to God's plan, the next 3 years is going to be the most critical time to us, to everybody. And here is how it happens. What's going to happen is ascension. Some of you may know the word and some of you may not. Basically, it's just a step up, or you can call that a upgrade. And then that's going to happen within the next 3 years, as long as we behave ourselves or we continue to grow. So this is not going to happen automatically by the timeline. It doesn't happen like here is a date, ascension is going to happen, but instead it's up to us. It's up to our vibration. So that's how it works. And for me to share God messages and other messages from the higher realms, he suggested that I create this YouTube channel and also start series of publication to share God's messages. So that's what I'm doing. And today I'd like to give you a condensed version of that God's plan. And he told me that I'm Japanese. I live in California, but I was born in Japan. And he told me that this change is going to start in Japan. And the way it works is our vibration affects some of you heard of all the shrines. We have thousands in Japan, and they are all in the vortex. And according to God, when our vibration goes up to a certain level, and then those awakening machines, so to speak, machine that awaken the humanity, will start to vibrate, and that affects our vibration too. So it's an energy exchange. And then when the heart of Japan starts to shake, that affects the rest of the continent. And then seems like Japan is the heart chakra of the earth. So when Japan starts to shake, and that's going to shake the entire planet. And that's how the ascension can happen in 2028, in 3 years from now. So how we are and what we do in the next 3 years, and even now, this year, is going to be critical in our vibration and how our vibration affects that awakening machine that we have. So if this is your first time to hear something like this, I know it's not easy to, believe everything that I said, and that's perfectly okay. And if you have been in the spiritual world, you probably are familiar with the term ascension. And we talked a lot about ascension back in 2012, but nothing much happened. And something did happen, but it didn't actually happen in the way we anticipated. And this time, that real thing seems to be happening. Part of the reason is we were so close in coming to ascension so many times in the past, including Lemurians and Atlantis. However, we didn't make it partly because of the interference from the dark forces. But this time, one thing I could say to you today is most of the dark forces are gone. They are the headquarters of DS, Deep State, and they're mostly gone. At some point, I'm going to share some details, but they're mostly gone. So the biggest interference to the ascension is now gone. So we are in a very good place to achieve ascension. So that's a good news, right? The world is very chaotic and many are concerned, and I have been concerned. But one thing I'd like to tell you today is there is a plan prepared by God for the world to be a better place. So this is what I wanted to share with you today in this quick video. There is a good news and there is a plan for the world to be a better place, and you could be part of the process. So if you are interested in a story like this, and then stay tuned and watch for our next videos. My plan is to bring you series of videos to help us achieve the ascension. So stay tuned. That's my message for you today. Stay aligned, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video.